This is the MathXL homepage for our course. At the top, you see that there's a bar for announcements, and I don't use that very often. Then there's the calendar, and along the calendar, you typically see assignments that are due, but this calendar is pulling up December, so you don't see anything that's due right now. In the section of what to work on next, it'll show us several assignments to work on, and just know that this can be helpful for those who are staying on track, but for students who are behind, it doesn't show you how behind you are. The nice thing about this homepage is it does show you your overall course grade, and so I recommend that students watch this so they know what their grade is in the math class. Over on the left, you are going to have the tab for students. We're going to have the course home, calendar, homework and tests, results, and study plan. I usually tell students to click on the homework and tests tab to know what homework to be working on. On this page, you can see the title of the assignment. You can click See Score, which I got 100%. And on the next homework, which is whole numbers, perimeter, and area, if I click See Score, I can see that my score is low right now, and so I need to finish that assignment. I'll go do that assignment in a moment. But I see next to this homework adding integers that there's a green flag next to it. The green flag tells me that I can't get into this assignment until I've done something before it. So I need to do the whole numbers, perimeter, and area assignment and get at least 90% of the problems right before I can work on the adding integers. Okay, I'm going to click on whole numbers, perimeter, and area now, and it pulls up this listing of problems that I need to do. On the left are all the videos that I need to watch and take notes on. I've already clicked and watched this objective B, write a whole number in words in standard form. And I've already got the first two problems right, but I see I don't have the third problem right. So I'm going to click on question 3, and I have it wrong. And I got it wrong, so I'm going to need to try another problem. And if I click similar question down here at the bottom, it allows the problem to be reset with a few digits changed, and for me to rework the problem so I get full credit. Now if I solve this one, I look for 103,487, which is toggle A. I check my answer, and now I can go on to the next problem. I can either go on to the next problem by clicking the arrow to the right, hitting enter on my keyboard, or clicking down at this middle section and selecting to go to question 4. I usually don't select the middle section to go to question 4, but I want to show you a feature that if I get this problem wrong a couple times, what it will show up like. Okay, so if I get it wrong again, check my answer, check it. I get 3 attempts on every problem. Then it's going to take me to the next problem because I chose not to do a similar question. But if I look back in this middle area, it tells me I have a red X at question 4. So it's question 4 that I should redo and get it right. And walk through this one more time. Once the screen pops up, I'm going to pick a similar question. It resets the problem. I can now type in the correct answer, 98,316,019. And check the answer. It's right. So now in the drop-down menu, it will be marked green. Other features that are helpful to know about are the fact that there's a question help on the side here. This help me solve this shows you step by step how to solve the problem that's on the screen. If you use the help me solve this, once you've solved the problem, it'll make you redo a similar problem. If you click View an Example, it'll open up an example that is similar to this, but not exactly this one. So you can read the View an Example problem and then come back and solve this exact problem. There's actually a textbook that you can open up and read. You can also print your textbook. There's a calculator. You can also ask my instructor. If you click Ask my instructor, it allows you to send this problem directly to my email. The one thing that I ask is that you type some sort of message here telling me what you have tried. That way I know what to respond to. My response will go back to the email that you used to log into MathXL. So it's important you know that you have typed the correct email address into MathXL when you registered for the class. If you're not sure, you can always go up to your name at the top menu and check your settings to see if your email address is correct. If you are needing to look at your results, you can use the Results tab, and this will give you the results that you have for your assignments and tests so far. And the study plan is not required at all, but the study plan allows you to look at additional practices. I don't really recommend the quiz me's and practices here, but you are welcome to. It allows you to watch your progress with different topics that are associated with the textbook that this comes from. And it also allows you to look at your textbook under all chapters. Under Chapter 1, which is the whole numbers, there's all these sections, and these will open up your textbooks. Chapter 2, similarly, integers and introduction to solving equations. So if I click on 2.1, here's some problems. I could watch a section video, or I could click on one of these problems, and I can get into my textbook that way. So there's many ways to practice and learn the material in MathXL. Please remember the Homework and Test tab is the tab I recommend when you are trying to figure out what homework assignment you need to work on next. And if you want to know your current grade, that you're looking at the course home on the right-hand side.